Hey everybody, Dirili here. Welcome back to another episode of Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. Still continuing on with Lupin's storyline, and we are going to go rescue our beloved Cardia very soon now. Okay, we left off with two figures about to emerge from the brush, so let's see who that is. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Two figures emerge from the brush. Oh, didn't expect them. Sholmes and Deli? What are you doing all the way out here? Are you here to see us off? We're not saying goodbye. It's the opposite of that, actually. I have my own business with the Nautilus as well. I'd like to come along with you. Is that so? Well, hurry up and get on then. One or two more people won't make a difference. That's not quite the response I was expecting. I thought you would be against the idea. I can see it in your eyes. You have inarguable logic and determination. I can't say no to someone like that. That's what I'd like to see, you two getting along. Sholmes smiles faintly. You're right, Lupin. I just said earlier I would love to see these two getting along and actually working together, like sit at a table and be friends and stuff, because they would be so cool as a team, but I was like, oh, there's no way those two will ever get along. But it's cool to see them come together for a little while at least, if only it would last after this. I have a score to settle aboard that ship. Sholmes' smile widens, and he points his chin towards the airship. I appreciate it. I owe you one. Sholmes makes his way to the airship. I'm here to say goodbye. Really, you're not coming? I nod at the little king, who sounds a bit disappointed. Hey, Van Helsing, you have a visitor. I yell towards the airship. Whoa! Wait a minute! I'm not here to see him! No, you're right. We can wait a little while, and you two say what you need to say. Delacour II grabs my sleeve as I turn to walk away. She's a kind girl. She must not die like this. Please, get her back. I know. And also, every one of you needs to make it back alive as well. This I command as king. I can just imagine him saying that. I give him a casual wave and make my way to the airship. I give Van Helsing a pat on the shoulder as he passes me on his way out. He looks really dumbfounded. And I enter it myself. Impy is standing just inside. Hey, Lupin, I upgraded her as much as I could, but like I said, the engines... He told me about it earlier, but this airship's engine is very delicate, so Impy needs to handle it personally. Therefore, I'll be piloting this time around. I'm leaving the engine room in your hands, partner. Right, I've got this. We briefly shake hands, and then Impy heads for the engine room. That sounded like a high five. I spend a while after that, checking the various instruments in the control room, when Van Helsing comes back inside. There's our lookout. We were about to take off without you. You try that and I'll shoot you down in an instant. You never change, do you? Right back at you. What did our cute little vampire boy have to say? It was about his revenge. Come back alive so I can kill you. Is that what he said? He just told me that I had to live. Oh, why does he look so sad about that? Despite his calm delivery, I get the feeling that he's feeling a bit down. Yeah, why? Is it because this isn't your route and Cardia doesn't love you this time? I love you! I love you, Van Helsing, don't look down! I suppose it's sometimes tougher being forgiven than to go on being hated. I suppose so. I don't know what happened in your past, but you can settle that on your own. I know. Van Helsing's words make me smile. I take a slight breath to steady my thoughts, then focus and open the lid to the voice tube. Can everybody hear me? I'm not going to bore you with a speech. Let's go and get our princess back. Finally! Shall we go and overturn fate? Yeah, let's bring an end to this. Huh, let's get going already. I take a slight smile at their responses. I'm on it. I manipulate the controls and cut the rope that's been securing the airship to the ground. The airship slowly rises, throwing me a bit off balance. When we get to a particular altitude, the ship begins to glow faintly. It looks like Idea's magic is working on our ship now. The ship continues to drift higher in the night sky. We approach a fierce aerial battle raging in the skies above. Only a few minutes later, our ship charges straight into the airspace around the Nautilus, which has become a battlefield. Oh, that's going to be fun. Starboard hit! Starboard hit! Our ship won't last much longer! Damn it! Damn it! We're not going down! Requesting assistance from the Nautilus's Western Siege Group. We won't last much longer. How the hell are we going to take that monster down? The voices coming on over the communicator are filled with fear and panic. Every time an airship is hit in the gas bag, it explodes and fills the night with flames for a moment. Wisps of flame tear through the sky, and the smoke from the explosions clouds the sky. Damn, I can't bear to listen to this. It seems I'd accidentally left the voice tube open. There's no time for whining. Focus on your piloting. If we failed because we weren't paying attention, it would be pathetic. I know, I know. Ahead port, look out. Got it. I spin the steering wheel to the right as far as it will go. The ship lurches and quickly swivels to starboard. The ship roars and shakes so violently that I worry that it might tear itself apart. Ugh, damage reports! The engine's fine. Gas bag's fine. It seems we lost some exterior components, but the damage is superficial. I heave a deep breath. I check the instruments and then think for a moment to make a decision. All right, taking baby steps is only making us an easy target. We're going to charge right on in. Got it! It's time to reveal our secret weapon then. Everybody hang on! Before Impy finishes talking, the entire airship howls. And we begin to accelerate with such force that I'm almost thrown back. What was that? Impy, what did you do to the airship? I told you I upgraded it. It's ready for battle. It's difficult to keep the ship level at this incredible speed. One wrong move, and we'll fly off into a completely different direction. You idiots! We need to go easy on the modifications. This isn't good. The Nautilus has seen us. It's going to attack. Turn. Easier said than done. I try to figure out the best option available to us. It's a bit risky, but this is going to be the only way. Damn, we're going to plow head first into the Nautilus. Everybody hang on so you don't get thrown off. Are you serious? I'm sure he is. Why don't we just follow his intuition? Let's see how far our luck takes us. Seriously, things are taking a thrilling turn. Don't worry, I have a good track record when it comes to gambling. There's no way to avoid it. Everyone prepare for a collision. The moment Van Helsing's voice comes through the tube. There's a roaring and a tremor. From the deck, I can see smoke rising from a number of different places on the ship. The gas bag is on fire. The engine's about had it too. It's not going to last. But the Nautilus is right in front of us. Impy, do whatever you did before again. Bring us to max speed. Huh? If we did that now, the ship is going to fall to pieces. Let it. We just needed to get to the Nautilus. Lupin shouts into the voice tube. I guess this is going to be Cardia because if it was Lupin talking, he wouldn't be saying Lupin, right?
Lupin shouts into the voice tube, and without any response from Impy, the airship begins to accelerate once again. The Nautilus continues to make a show of firing its cannons, even as it fills the entire view in front of Lupin. Then...
Ooh boy. Hope you all survived the crash.
Shaking, the sounds of explosions. I can only faintly hear them, but the discomfort pulls me out of a warm sleep. I look up at the unfamiliar ceiling and try to remember the situation I've been placed in. Finis strangled me until I passed out. I can't remember what happened after that. Was it Finis who moved me to this room? I look down at my chest and see the horologium continuing to pulse with light. It's slightly warm, and my body feels heavy. I can move. I haven't been restrained, and I can move around. When Finis held that pendant near me in the underground facility, Finis had said he would release me. Yes, release. But, at the moment, I have no way of knowing what he meant by that. When the horologium completes its transformation into the Philosopher's Stone, what will happen? Then, I noticed that the clothes I had been wearing earlier have been strewn carelessly around me. Did he find it? I hold my throbbing head and search through my clothes. Here it is. The pill is still inside a pocket where I had put it. It seems that Finis hadn't realized it was there. Omnibus had given it to me, and I've been holding on to it just in case. I hold it in one shaking hand. Omnibus told me that, whatever happens, if I take this it will let me die in comfort, if I can stop their plan by taking my own life. Right here, right now. I shake my head. Lupin told me to believe in him. And that's what I'm going to do. I hear another dull sound coming from far away. What is that noise? Perhaps the Nautilus is being attacked. Is that what it could be? But by whom? The government? Or... could it be Lupin? Maybe he's here to save me. The thought energizes my spirit. I can't just sit here in silence, waiting for death. If Lupin and the others are fighting hard, I need to at least match them in my efforts. Whoa! I hear a huge explosion. This one sounds quite close. The entire room shakes, and I lose my balance. At that moment, I hear a harsh metallic sound, and the door buckles inwards. The lock is exposed as well. It looks like it might snap at any second. Maybe I can... I take a few steps back. Yah! Just like Van Helsing taught me, I deliver a kick, using my full weight and momentum. The door falls to the floor with a noisy clatter. Good. I cautiously step out into the hall. Wow, it's amazing. The ceiling is high above me. I'm in a huge hallway, and the metallic sounds close by continue to echo. The hall is so wide, 10 people could probably walk down it abreast and still have elbow room. So this is what it's like inside the Nautilus. I need to find a way out. I start walking down the hall, cautiously looking behind me for anyone following. I don't know if it's due to the Nautilus's shaking, or if my condition has worsened. My legs are shaky as I walk on. These tremors and explosions are proof that everyone is fighting hard against the Nautilus. So I too. I need to do whatever I can to stop this ship. Even if it's strong on the outside, there has to be a weak spot in here. And I know Lupin will be coming for me. I'll do what I think is best while I'm waiting for him. That's all I can do. I search the interior of the Nautilus, hiding from the technicians as well as any patrolling Twilight soldiers. From observing them, I can tell that they have yet to realize that I've escaped. I sneak into several different rooms and look through them. But I only find things that look like devices used for maintenance or equipment that controls some tiny function. I need to find the engine room. Where could it be?
Found you, sister.
I suddenly hear a voice from behind me. I hastily try to turn around, but I feel a sharp pain in my leg. Before I know it, 2 Twilight soldiers are standing at either side of me. One of them has stabbed me in the leg with his sword. I react with a wordless gasping scream and crouch down on the spot.
What now? Pretending to be in pain? You really are stubborn. You still want to play at being human, do you?
No, it really does. Finis kicks me, and I roll on the floor.
How many times do I have to tell you? The pain and everything else you feel are all artificial. Come on, sister. Let's go.
Finis starts walking. The Twilight soldiers force me to stand up and walk along with them. I endure my gradually worsening dizziness and the heat of the horologium. All I can do is continue walking, following Finis's lead. I'm brought once again to the room where Finis's main body sits.
Gosh, how could you leave your room without permission? Don't you realize that I was worried? Your body no longer belongs to you alone.
I don't recall becoming the property of someone else.
Your glaring doesn't scare me. You have no choice but to actively cooperate with me.
I'll never join you.
You need to pay better attention. I said that you don't have a choice. Because at this rate, you will truly become a being that destroys the world.
What?
So you really didn't know. You can be so dense, sister.
What are you talking about?
Why are you having such trouble with this? I'm speaking as plainly as I can.
I'll never do something like that.
And I'll reiterate that your desires don't really matter. Think about it. Would you really believe that the product of a miracle like the horologium could be contained in a doll? The horologium was activated when it came into contact with me, your brother. The heart wants a body, and the body a heart. It's only natural for the two to seek each other out. You and I are, in essence, the two halves of a particular whole. The horologium knows that the body it belongs to is near, and is trying to cast aside its useless fake vessel. This means the horologium has begun losing control, and is trying to kill you. But Father granted your body some tolerance to its effects, so of course it won't be wasted off so easily. As a result, the poison simply continues to grow more powerful.
Stop.
Now that I've told you this much, I'm sure even you can imagine what will happen to you.
Stop it.
Once that miraculous, perpetually poison-creating engine has been released from its restrictions,
I don't want to hear it.
Eventually, every form of life will perish because of your poison.
I wanted to live. I was determined to continue living with him.
They'll suffer in agony, and still they'll die.
How? Why? Was all my resistance pointless? Was becoming a monster my only fate given to me from the very beginning? As I scream, Finis's expression becomes one of glee.
I don't care what happens to you. It doesn't affect me. And as long as I get a hold of the horologium once it goes out of control, Father will be revived. And if your poison works to swat down all those pesky flies buzzing about the Nautilus, that's less work for me. So, No matter what you choose to do, it will only lead to your worst-case outcome. Isn't this great? You've been touting this cringeworthy righteousness all this time. But in the end, all you're good for is causing the slaughter of humans.
No.
Now, make your choice, sister. Will you become a monster, killing your companions and friends, and those who you love? Or will you accept your fate and give your father life as a perfect and absolute god? You need to make a decision.
If Finis is telling the truth, even if Lupin comes to save me, I would end up killing him, the very person he'd come to help. My hope turns to despair, and my thoughts plunge into terror. I slowly become aware of the small bag in my pocket, the suicide pill that Omnibus gave me. If I take that pill, it would allow me to die before anything worse could happen. If I die now, the horologium will turn into a normal stone. Isaac and Finis's plan will end in failure. If I die, So as usual, we're gonna have to see what happens if she dies. Just because we can. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna take the pill to get our game ending, and then we'll come back here and do the right thing. Take the pill. If Finis captures me, I won't even have the option of dying. Then there's only one answer. Well, actually, she will die anyway, so this will just be dying a little sooner than Finis killing her. I yank the bag out of my pocket, and a small gem-like pill falls out. I keep saying it's 1, but it's like 5.
Sister, what are you...
He senses that something is wrong and reaches for me. However, gulp, I've already swallowed the pill. In the next moment, my vision blurs and my consciousness begins slipping away. Finis is screaming, and the area around me darkens. Everything is growing distant. Omnibus wasn't lying when she said my death would be comfortable. Sorry, Lupin. I couldn't wait for you. But it's all right. My death will help you reach your own true desire. Isaac's plan will fail. My time is up. But at least I was able to do something for Lupin. It makes me happy, even though I know it's selfish. Goodbye, Lupin. That's why I can rest happily. Forever and ever, even after I die. I will love you. Game end. And now let's go back and do the right thing. I should take it. No, I have to. Even though I understand it intellectually, I can't bring myself to do it. I don't want to die. I don't want to become a monster. I don't want to become a god either. There's only one thing I want. I want to live together with Lupin. Even now, this wish lives on feebly within my heart.
Don't you get it? I've told you so many times now that it's impossible for you to live alongside someone else. This is so irritating. How many times do I have to tell you, you defect? Never mind. If you can't choose, I'll do it for you.
Finis reaches into a pocket and pulls out a test tube with a strangely colored liquid inside.
This solution will dramatically increase the speed of the horologium's transformation. One drop of this will turn you into a monster very, very quickly. Why didn't he use this sooner? You would let the world be destroyed while you selfishly rot away in despair. That is what you get for finding love, even though you're a monster like me.
Finis shouts as a drop of the solution falls onto my skin. I scream in pain. My chest burns. It really does feel like I'm on fire. It's hot. It's hot. So hot. The sensation is akin to having molten iron poured onto my chest. It feels like my body is forcefully rearranging itself from the inside. Stop! The pain makes me realize that soon I will become a monster. Those who are fighting so desperately outside, and those who are watching the battle unfold in London. Even Lupin, who is coming to save me, I'm going to kill them all. Stop! Please, someone make it stop! Someone! I cry out in terror and try to hold in the light of the horologium with my hands. But my attempt is cut short in an unexpected way. The globe, the device that is Finis's main body, begins to emit an even stronger light as it fills the room with a roaring sound. Look at it, sister. Father is about to awaken. His form is no longer incomplete. He's perfect. Yes, Father is going to awaken as a perfect and complete being. Father is going to be revived here and now to become an absolute god. Finis, your voice. Amazing. This is amazing. I feel so good, so comforting. Father's essence is filling this vessel, eating away at my existence. Father, I'm finally one with you. His voice is filled with delight as he falls to his knees, raising both arms high. Father. Then he stops moving, like a puppet whose strings have been severed. Finis. As I stare fixedly at him, I notice that the pain in my chest has subsided. The silence that follows continues for some time, and I stand there alone.
Good morning, Cardia, my precious heart.
Then the silence is shattered. It's not Finis. The voice contains a gentleness that he never had, and an intimidating tone that makes me shudder. You're...
Including my short awakening earlier, this would be the second time we've been reunited. Allow me to formally introduce myself. Isaac Beckford.
Ah, so he has finally risen. My father, the man of science who invented a disaster that will spread tragedy and madness throughout the world.
It was a long road. So much time and sacrifice was needed to come this far. But finally, my ideals can finally be realized. This world will continue to evolve forever under the guidance of my thoughts and science. For that to happen,
metallic tendrils stretch towards me from the bottom of the device, just like they did at St. Paul's.
Come, my beloved daughter. The horologium, your heart, must be sacrificed to me. We shall destroy this worthless world together and bring forth a new creation.
The wires forcibly wrapping around my arms strike fear within me. Father is going to consume me. God is going to consume me. God is going to kill me. I want to live with him. Help! Help me! Help! Lupin!
You got it?
I think I'm hearing things.
What?
But reality begins moving once more, and the smoke fills my vision. I see a single figure, wavering in a world of white.
Mademoiselle, can you hear me?
It's almost like that faded night when he first came into my life.
I do have a confession to make. My purpose for being out here on this night is you, my dear lady. I have come to take you away. Now, don't you fret, mademoiselle. I'm here to rescue you from the hands of this machine, and with great style. Watch.
I hear the sound of the outstretched wires twanging as something forcefully pushes them away. Tears spill from my eyes. I'd almost forgotten. This man who always takes me away from any sadness and pain. Hooray! The world's greatest gentleman thief. The man I love.
Who are you? Gentleman thief Arsène Lupin, at your service. I'll be stealing her away from you, Dr. Beckford.
Lupin. Lupin!
Sorry I'm late. There was a lot I had to deal with. But now I'm here. There's nothing to worry about. The chances of Arsène Lupin failing a job are always 0. So we finally meet, Isaac. That's quite an entrance for a petty thief. Hand her over if you want to live. The horologium is mine. Ha! Don't make me laugh. Have you ever heard of a thief who willingly gave back what he stole? I see. Then I must take her back by force.
As he says this, several more wires shoot towards us once again. Lupin, you're no match against him.
It was never my intention to fight. This dashing thief's specialty is dashing.
Lupin scoops me up into his arms, then turns his back on Isaac and begins to run.
Oh, you think you can get away?
Lupin, the exit is closing. He has no time to respond and simply pistons his legs like a gazelle. Our bodies soar through the air. A second later, the heavy door slams shut behind us with a merciless thud.
Huh. I'm glad you're safe. I was concerned, you know.
Yes. Partly because I'm proud, but more because I'm so relieved. More tears start flowing without warning. Thank you. Thank you, Lupin. For coming for me.
A face like yours isn't suited for tears. If you're going to thank me, say it with a smile.
Right. I give him a slight nod and wipe the tears away with my hand. Thank you, Lupin. This time, I'm able to smile. What about the poison? Chapter 13. Warmth. A high-pitched noise rings throughout the ship. The entire ship shakes from time to time, in small bursts between the sounds, and I hear explosions going off in the distance. Is that sound an alarm warning us of the ship's destruction? Or is it going off because I have escaped Isaac's clutches? All I know is that the shrill sound is robbing me of my composure. I've desperately tried to keep up with Lupin as he runs, but now I'm reaching my limit. Nausea and dizziness, headache and chills. The horologium is heating up, and my vision starts to blur. Lupin looks at me with concern, and I shake my head silently in response. It's all right, I'm fine. He continues to stare at me as I take ragged, shallow breaths. He quickly lifts me into his arms. What, Lupin, you won't be able to run fast carrying me. You'll get caught too.
Don't underestimate this gentleman thief. There's no way I'm going to let you keep running when you're obviously not fit to.
It's just like Lupin to say something like this, and I smile. Lupin skillfully avoids anyone else on board, and we continue moving. For now, it doesn't seem like anyone has seen us.
All right, so far so good. First we'll need to mate up with everyone, and then make our escape.
Is everyone else here too?
Yup. They all have their own reasons for coming along, but they're all worried about you.
I nod at his kind speech. I feel a tiny warmth in the bottom of my heart. Then, at the same time, this warmth helps me make a certain decision.
With a ship this big, there's got to be some kind of escape craft somewhere.
I interrupt Lupin as he speaks. Lupin, I want you to let me down.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
His kind words make it all the more painful, and I squeeze his arm slightly. Please, let me down. He must have noticed my serious tone of voice. He slowly puts me down.
Okay, I know what's coming here, I can tell. Which we'll be able to avoid somehow, hopefully. But anyway, I'm gonna have to end this video because I just realized I've been going on way too long here. Phew! So who knows, we might be coming upon the good ending in the next video. Or not, we shall see what happens. I hope to see you in the next video or another one. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.